Welcome to Play Watch. Here's a list of your top 5 must-run cards if you're going to have some sort of early game plan. Shock, I'm going to start here because this is a no-brainer. You have to have Shock in your red deck. It's just too essential, especially if you're running tiny little 1/1s. They won't get past anything that somebody puts out as an early blocker. Shock is also a great combination with your first strikers, so if you're running like a Fervent Champion or something like that, if he does his first strike damage, you can shock away some of the common blockers that are out right now. It's the Arboreal. Let's see if we can find him real quick. Grazer. So he's just going to shut down anything. Shock's also wonderful for getting rid of this little goose guy. I just have this kind of turned off to reduce some of the clutter as we go through this list here. So again, Shock, top 1 pick for a red deck. Now Stony Strength is something that I like to run in my green decks because a lot of people won't suspect that you're going to be able to untap your creature. It's just not something that's commonly run. Green works really well with counters, so if you can get some counters early on to some of your creatures out there, it's really helpful. On top of that, you can sort of sneak out a block and kill one of his creatures early on. But very important to run with a Stony Strength for a nice mana ramp while this still exists is your Incubation Druid. I can't stress this enough. If you get an Incubation Druid on turn 2, on turn 3, once the Summoning Sickness is cleared, you can tap it to use that land to cast your Stony Strength, untapping the Druid, thereby giving you a 3 free mana on turn 3. So feasibly, on turn 3, if you've dropped a land each turn, the Incubation Druid will pay for its own Stony Strength, and then you're sitting with 6 mana, opening you up on turn 3 to just drop some really, really mean things, right? You can pull out Aggressive Mammoth, your giant planeswalkers that terrify people, or if you want to live the dream, Nissa Walks the Earth on turn 3 is no joke. So there we go. That's number 2 of my top 5 must-haves is the Stony Strength if you're running green. Number 3 here coming in, Disfigure. Very similar to the reason you run a Shock. Disfigure is just a very nice early removal, and also it sort of will, if somebody's got, I don't know, what's a Death Touch here. This is one of my favorites to play. If somebody's got their Leyline out, Disfigure negates the Death Touch and the lifelink, and they'll often be blocking something but even just a 1/1 will kill it with that Disfigure on. So Disfigure's just a very nice early removal spell, but also has functionality for that sort of mid-range. None of these really have, these first 3 that I showed you have late game value. These are early, and you'll find out the more you listen to me. I run pretty aggro, which is why I'm not very successful with with control decks. It's just I play control decks aggressively, so I've been struggling setting one up. Number 4 coming in here, God's Willing. Save a creature, sneak a creature past for some free damage. That Scry can save you. If you're mana heavy, you can Scry and toss the next land that you're going to draw to the bottom of the deck. It's all around super functional, and if this card doesn't just scream, play me in a white deck, I don't know what you're doing. And dual colors, you're going to want that protection. to save some of your other more crucial, especially in, say, combo decks where you have to have that creature out. God's Willing is a must play for that. That's number 4. Now, coming in number 5, I had a difficult time deciding on this, and it's Stern Dismissal was the decision here. Creature or enchantment. A lot of people are running the mutates or extremely enchantment heavy decks still. So being able to return a creature and send all of those enchantments to the graveyard is nice. Also being able to send back something that's mutated while it's being the target of a new mutation will just really save you in a lot of situations. So Stern Dismissal ended up taking my number 5 over Opt. I was going to put Opt in, but I decided that Stern Dismissal has more functionality across a broader range of decks, whereas Opt is really, you want to run it with something that's draw intensive. You don't want just to exchange a card for another card, but sure, the scry is useful, but you don't want to just toss an instant and draw a new card unless there's some sort of additional functionality or synergy in your deck. For example, Terramander, you want instants in your graveyard, so of course you want to pitch this and get a new card back so that his adaptability is going to be more within your range. Other than that, though, I mean, not other than that, there's a lot of different things you can do with Opt. It works very, very well in like a red-blue draw deck. I always call them, is it going to work? Because I don't think that is it has a very consistent strength. Maybe I'm just having trouble there. So there it is. That's your top 5 from Playwatch of deck card must run early instant. That was a poorly constructed sentence. So let me know what you think. Do you run these cards? Do you not run these cards? Do you think they're antiquated? Do you have something that's stronger? Do you have a reason why you would run something else? Or do you not run these at all because you prefer to play a mid-range or control and you don't really focus too much on your early game? Let me know. If you like the video, thumbs up, and we'll do more of these. Please subscribe, share the video around. It'll really help me out a lot. And, send some comments down there. Tell me what you thought about this list.